Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Think Different. This is Satriyavarman. After a long time I am going to upload video. So this video is about reproduction in plants. In reproduction in plants, the topics to be covered are introduction, types of reproduction, asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction, parts of flower, pollination and fertilization. Okay, first we'll see and seed dispersing agents. First we'll see about the introduction. Reproduction is nothing but the formation of new organisms from a parent cell. Reproduction in plants can be categorized into two types. Okay, that these are asexual reproduction. The new plants produced or obtained without using the seeds. In this process, generally the leaves, stems and roots participate in reproduction. Asexual reproduction is nothing but the new plants or the new cell are produced from without the seeds. Just opposite, sexual reproduction is nothing but the new plants are produced with the help of seeds. Asexual reproduction is nothing but it without seeds it will reproduct, and sexual reproduction is nothing but with the help of seed it will form a new plant or new cell. Okay, these are introduction, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Again I will recall the introduction. Reproduction is divided into two types: asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction. And asexual reproduction is nothing but the new plants are obtained without the seeds. Sexual reproduction is nothing but new plants are obtained with the help of seeds. These are introduction. Now let's see about types of reproduction. As we saw in introduction, types of reproduction are asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. First we'll see one by one briefly. Okay, asexual reproduction, as I told, the new cell is obtained without the help of seeds. So asexual reproduction is also divided into four types. Okay, as I told here, you can see asexual reproduction is the production of a new organism from a single parent without the involvement of sex cells or gametes. Now you will understand. Asexual reproduction is nothing but formation of new organism with only single parent. Okay, only single parent, and also without seeds it will obtain, and without the involvement of sex cells or the gametes. Gametes is nothing but male and female gametes. If the male and female gametes are joined together, then it is called sexual reproduction. If the male and female gametes are not there, only single parent is there, then it is called asexual reproduction. Okay, now let's see the types of asexual reproduction. There are four types: budding, fragmentation, vegetative propagation, spore formation. Okay, there are four types. These four types also involved only from single parent, not with the seeds. Okay, first we'll see about budding. But for these all four types I have took an image. I'll explain briefly in the image. Okay, first we'll see about budding. Okay, this is budding. Budding example I took from Google, that is hydra. Hydra is a plant which grows in water. Okay, they are telling about budding here. See here, first parent hydra. This is a parent hydra. From that, there will be a curve in the side of the parent hydra, that cell, that is called developing bud. This is called that is from the plant it is developing into another hydra, so that is developing bud. First one, you can see a small growth in the hydra plant, that is a small baby. Then second one, developing bud, it is developing more and more. Third, new bud, we are telling no. First it is growing a small baby, next developing bud, third it is developing more, that means new bud, it is forming a new organism from a single parent. Third, new hydra. fourth, new hydra. First they are telling a small organism will grow, second it will develop, third it will become a new bud, and fourth it will become a new hydra plant. This is the way budding process. Okay, that's all. Budding, nothing different. Parent hydra, developing bud, new hydra. Okay, there are many examples for budding, but I took hydra. Okay, now let's see about fragmentation. For fragmentation also I took the same example, hydra. Okay, there are many examples for fragmentation, so I took hydra. Okay, first adult hydra is there. From that amputation, that means the from the parents adult hydra, it will separate into two parts. Third, regeneration of tiny hydra. The divided parts will become two different cell. So it will be small. Then it will grow as adult hydra. This is fragmentation. Okay, the process involved in fragmentation are adult hydra, amputation, regeneration of tiny hydra, and growth. Again I will recall for budding. The process involved in budding are parent hydra, developing bud, new hydra. Okay, now I think you're clear with budding and fragmentation. Now let's go for vegetative propagation. First, in simple manner, let me explain what is vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation is nothing but the growth of plants in the parts of the plants itself. Did you understand? Okay, I'll tell you clearly. If you take a potato, for example, if you take a potato, in potato, if you plant it, it will grow, because that is the vegetative propagation. Here they have given some vegetative propagation methods. If you plant the parts of the plant, from that it will grow a plant. For example, if you take hibiscus stem, if you cut and plant, then the hibiscus plant will be grown in the stem also. So that is example for vegetative propagation. Here some examples they have given and methods also they gave. Read this. Carrots, onion, if you plant the onion, from the onion plant can grow. Okay, then potato, ginger, hibiscus. Okay, these are some examples for vegetative propagation. Okay, now let's go for next type, that is spore formation. Spore formation is also an important type of asexual reproduction. Okay, spore formation is nothing but the spores which are formed from the plants, adult plants, are blown away, and from that spores the new plants are obtained. Okay, here it is given in the spore formation is rhizopus. Rhizopus is a plant. Okay, in spore formation, this is sporangium. This is where the spores form. Okay, from that long tube is called what? Sporangiophore. Then the roots are called rhizoids. From that sporangium, the spores are formed and it is blown away and another plant is formed. Okay, this is the way the spore formation takes place. Okay, then again I will recall the types of asexual reproduction. First, budding. In budding, the process are parent hydra, developing bud, new hydra. Then fragmentation, adult hydra, amputation, regeneration of tiny hydra, and growth. And third, vegetative propagation. Vegetative propagation is nothing but the plants are obtained in the parts of the plants itself. For example, hibiscus, potato, ginger. The fourth, spore formation. Spore formation is nothing but the spores produced from sporangium is blown away, then the spores are formed. Okay, now we know about asexual reproduction and their types. Next we are going to see about sexual reproduction. As I told before, sexual reproduction are obtained with the help of seeds. Okay, we'll see the definition. Sexual reproduction means involvement of two parents in the process of reproduction. It is found mainly mainly higher plants where male gametes and female gametes fuse to form zygote. This is a definition. Sexual reproduction is nothing but in asexual reproduction also we saw the definition that asexual reproduction comes from a single parent, but the sexual reproduction comes from both the parent, which is male gametes and female gametes. This male gametes and female gametes are fused together to form a zygote. Zygote is where the new organism is formed. Okay, now we understood about sexual reproduction. Okay, we'll see about sexual reproduction in plants. Sexual reproduction in plants. Reproduction in plants takes place sexually, asexually as well, but the majority, the flowering plants, reproduce sexually. The flower is the reproductive part of plant. Both male and female gametes are produced by flowers. Sexual reproduction in plants takes place by flowers. The complete flower typically consists of 4 parts. Okay, in sexual reproduction they are telling about reproduction is classified into 2 sides, that is sexual and asexual, that we know. The second they are telling is the majority sexual reproduction takes place in flowering plants. In flowering plants, the flowering plants, from the flowering plants sexual reproduction takes place. Okay, the flower is the reproductive part of the plant. In the plant, the flower only is the reproductive part of the plant, and sexual reproduction always plants takes place only in flowers, and the flowers are considered as 4 types that are given below. We'll see now. Okay, petals, you know the petals, that is the okay, I'll show you image, then you'll understand. Then sepals, stamen and pistil. Pistil or carpel. Okay, stamen is the male reproductive part of flower. We say that stamen is the male reproductive part of flower. Second, pistil or carpel. Pistil is nothing but the female reproductive part of plant. Flower. Okay, stamen. Stamen consists of 2 parts. Stamen consists of 2 parts. Okay, that is anther and filament. Okay, third, next we'll see about pistil. Anther is a sac-like structure that produces stores pollen. Okay, the anther is nothing but it is a sac-like structure which produces and stores water. Pollen. We'll see about pollination in below the video. Okay, second one, the filament supports the anther. Okay, the filament is a long tube which catches anther. For example, we can keep like that. Filament is the catching of anther. Okay, next we'll see about pistil. The pistil, female part of the plant, comprises 3 parts. Okay, pistil or carpel is the female reproductive parts of the plants that comprises 3 parts, which is stigma, style and ovary. What are the parts mean? Stigma, style and ovary. Okay. Next we will see about stigma. Stigma is the topmost part of the flower. If you see stigma is on the topmost part of a flower. Okay, the style is the long tube which connects the stigma to the ovary. Style is nothing but which is the long tube which connects the stigma to ovary. And the last point, the ovary contains lot of ovules. It is a part of plant where the seed formation takes place. Ovary is the main part. For example, if you take a fruit, the ovary is the outer part, the flesh we eat. Inside is the ovule, that is the seed, that is called embryo. Okay, the ovary contains lot of ovules. There only the seed formation takes place. Okay, these are the parts of a flower. Now if I show in image, you will be clear. Okay, see here, anther and filament are stamen. Okay, I can't write it clearly, so I put STA. Okay, anther and filament are the 2 parts of stamen, which is male reproductive part. This is anther, this is filament. Okay, this is the long tube which filament is the long tube which catches anther. Second, Okay, style, stigma, style and ovary. Sepal is not the part of pistil. Okay, only stigma, style and ovary or the female reproductive part of flower, that is pistil. Okay, pistil. This is the ovary. Okay, inside this lot of ovule which contains seeds, which forms seeds. Okay, this is pistil. Okay, next sepal. Sepal. This is called sepal. Petal. As I told, this which look gives beautiful to the flowers, that is called the petal. Okay. Okay. These are the parts of flower. Now let's go to pollination. Pollination is nothing but the transfer of pollen grains from the anther of a stamen to the stigma of a pistil is called pollination. As I told, transfer of pollen grains. Transfer of pollen grains from the anther of a stamen. Anther of a stamen. Stamen is the male reproductive part of a plant. Anther, as I told, in anther the pollen grains are there. From there it transfers to the stigma. Stigma is the pistil, which is the female reproductive part of plant. The transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma is called pollination. In pollination, there are two types. One is self-pollination, another cross-pollination. First, we'll see about self-pollination. When the pollen grains from the another flower anther of one flower reaches to the stigma of the same flower, it is called self-pollination. Self-pollination occurs only in bisexual flowers. Okay, if we see self-pollination, when only the pollen grains pollen grains is present in anther, only from in the flower the pollen grains from the anther reaches to the same flower of the stigma, then it is called self-pollination. And self-pollination generally occurs only in bisexual flowers. Okay, next we'll see about cross-pollination. Cross-pollination, just opposite to self-pollination, the cross-pollination occurs. It takes the pollen grains, it takes from the anther and reaches to the stigma of the another plant or the same plant as of different species. Okay, this is called cross pollination. I have given the image of self and cross pollination. I can't take clearly the letters. See, this is anther. From here it goes, the pollen grains goes and reaches to the ovary. Okay, it reaches to the stigma, then it is transported to the style and it goes to ovary. Okay, next we'll see about cross pollination image. Cross pollination, this is image of cross pollination. Pollen grain from anther, it takes to the stigma of the another plant and it is transported to style to ovary. Okay, now I think you're clear about self and cross pollination. Next we'll see about fertilization. Fertilization is nothing but the process in which the male and female gametes fuses with the female gamete to form a new cell called zygote is called fertilization. Fertilization is nothing but the process, the pollen grains which passes to stigma and reaches to the ovary, their male and female gametes, which mean the pollen grains come from female reproductive part of a flower, then it comes to the female reproductive part of a flower, then it combines and form zygote. This process, the changing of pollen grains from the changing, not the fusion of male and female gametes, that is called zygote, and this process is called fertilization. If I show you the image, then you will be clear. This is the image of fertilization. Okay, the process of zygote formation, which is fertilization. Okay, that's all. We covered everything in reproduction in plants. Thank you. If you like this video, share, like, comment and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you. Take care. Bye.